soft fork proposed for Bitcoin. This is from Moonsettler. 34 comments, 16,000 sats. December 25th. Merry Christmas. Bitcoin territory. Keyan. What is Moonsettler?
Yeah, so this is like a dedicated marketing page for the L-Enhance SoftFork. I mean, that's basically what it is. I mean, marketing, documentation, whatever. But this is, they're trying to sell everyone who has a favorite SoftFork or that they're working on or whatever. They need to communicate it well, and this is a great way to communicate it because you can put images.
Do you think this is a great way to communicate it?
Graphics. What is a better way?
I don't know. I'm just asking. Do you think this is a great?
I'm not sure there is I'm not sure we know of the way. We don't know the path of getting a soft fork. In the past, it was people who had built up. This is my position. Most of the soft forks were proposed and adopted through someone with a long history working in Bitcoin Core who had a ton of political capital doing hard things. Without much reward, and we're just doing them. But they were so they built up a lot of trust, built up a lot of political capital, and they wanted to get something done or thought Bitcoin needed something, and people knew that they had the right intentions, and so that's how it got done. And now I don't think we have a lot. We don't have anyone with that sort of political capital pushing for a soft fork, and. Although I would say Jeremy Rubin had some political capital built up, but I think he maybe burned some bridges or something, and maybe wasn't as good of a.
Not a lot of people agreed with him.
I think maybe there's something like that. I don't actually know. This is just my outside view of things. But anyway, this is so everyone's trying to figure out how do you get a soft fork done now. And so Jeremy did his hackathons and conferences, which helped a lot of people understand CTV. And now L-Enhance is doing. They have a dedicated website, and they're kind of explaining the soft fork and putting themselves front and center. This is who we are. And you can, maybe contact us about this kind of stuff. But I've seen reading code at conferences.
Like, seems like Riardon is one of them, and then we have Moonsettler is another one who's behind the team. They're famous. This one's a good one. You're gonna love this one. I had a cool new idea for Bitcoin today, and Jeremy wrote about it 5 years ago. What do you think about that? Look at that.
Yeah, I think Jeremy was really thinking about this stuff way ahead of everyone else that was. And
so let's just jump back into this real quick because I feel like this is where it all started about 3 weeks ago. Maybe I think that's when we last talked about this. Yeah, it was
definitely a step change in the conversation.
I feel like this is just getting ratcheted up. Is it ratcheting up? Up?
Yeah, that's what happens with the ratchet.
I feel like it's ratcheting up here. Now there's a lot more people that have dived in. If you haven't seen this website, this is the one that Vortex made. Check the link. Wumbo will post it in the show notes. But anything stand out for you here, Keyan, other than there seems to be way more developers now inserting their name on this list? Well, even Luke Dash Jr. is on here now.
Well, it looks like there are two.
He wasn't there 3 weeks ago.
There are two tables, right? Can you scroll? Because it looks like there's a
developer table.
Yeah, there's one there, and then you go down further, and then there's another table. Okay, so they've separated into two tables. People who share their rationale for wanting to eat software. But yeah, there's probably like 3 or 4 times as many people.
I would say it's like 5 or 4 more times.
Yeah.
For people.
Okay.
I don't see that. I don't see like the blue mats on here, or who else? Who else are we missing on here?
I think the blue mat is shared pretty publicly his position on these soft forks. I think he thinks it's largely premature.
Also, too, I don't see like I don't know. I feel like the more calmer Lightning developers I don't see on here. Not calmer. I don't mean that calmer in a calmer. I just mean like the ones that are closest to the GitHub. I guess is that a thing?
Yeah, it would seem that a lot of the core developers and a lot of the like leading Lightning implementation. Well, I don't know. Has Roast Beef joined in yet?
I don't think he has either.
Yeah, I think they're not working around these soft forks or on these soft forks, so they're going to reserve their judgment, and I think part of it is people realize the weight, like they realize the weight and significance of their support, or
so you're saying they don't want to prematurely?
Yeah, they want to make sure if they're going to recommend something or signal for something socially that it's the right thing, and they don't make a mistake.
So they want to be on the winning side, is what you're saying?
Not the winning side. I don't think it's that. I wouldn't view it that cynically. I think it's more so they want to be. They don't want to make a mistake, because their mistakes are more costly than other people's.
I see what you're saying. So,
for the community.
So they want to make sure that
they don't lead people the wrong way accidentally.
Yeah.
By giving like a hasty opinion.
So maybe it's like if you ask them in private, they would tell you what they think about it,
their
but
opinions.
they wouldn't go out there and publicly state it for the record.
Yeah, they don't want to sway the conversation any one way until they're confident this would be good or bad.
What does it say about the people that have like the James and the Ben Carmans that have put their name attached to it? Because I would say those are pretty big. Even the Evans. Look at the Evans.
Oh, they definitely are. I think that, that
the Linuses. Look, even Rob, too.
But Ben has been working on this stuff for at least 6 months now. So he's been, evaluating it and thinking about it for a long time in a way that a lot of the people we just discussed aren't, because they're working on their own stuff. So that would be part of it. And same with James. I think James has been, specifically focused on covenants for a while, and that's why he already has an opinion. But
are we going to see a Coob on here or an EK on here?
Probably not. I don't feel like I deserve to have an opinion on SoftForks, especially given there are a lot of people who seem to have more standing with making these kinds of decisions. I am in general in support of Bitcoin having covenants, but I'm not pushing for any particular soft fork on any time scale. I don't see any reason why we need it especially soon. I don't fully buy the argument that Bitcoin is ossifying at a rapid rate right now, which is like really the only argument for pushing it sooner. But again, I don't spend a lot of time writing Bitcoin scripts. And in fact, I spend no time. I've actually never spent any time writing Bitcoin scripts. I've had software do it for me.
Yeah.
And so I don't deserve to have an opinion on this at all.
So we got Vortex. He was in the comments answering some of John Carvalho's questions that he posted on December 20th on Twitter or X. He said, "So where can I see the amazing UX and onboarding proposed for Covenant UTXO sharing? And you see how much better or worse it is than Lightning." And then he tagged the one Vortex. One Vortex came in, says, "I want an actual software UI demo prototype to actually assess the UX, then put forth some funds, and it can be built. Development is not free." And then John jumps in and says, "Tell that to your dev idols, not me. The point here is that you guys have started making wild claims and drama about the state of Bitcoin devs and scaling potential. I'm saying that demonstration is required. I'm literally helping you understand what could help your goal." And then he goes on to name some names, and Vortex chimes back in. "Great that instead of do the research so you can fundamentally understand the benefits of these opcodes. Again, the discussion has been ongoing for years." And then John ended with, "This perspective is why you and the devs will continue to fail. This is no proof in theory." What do you think about this exchange?
Well, conversations on Twitter are hard. I think people get really short-tempered with each other very fast. But I think I made this point. I wrote a little bit about this. I made a similar point to what John is making, where I think if people want more Bitcoiners on board with these soft forks, they need to get the juices flowing as far as helping other people identify what the end user benefits are. And they they talk about coin pools and all vaults and kind of things that are meaningless to sort of, or don't really mean much to someone who's non-technical. And John's like, "Well, show me how the user's experience improves, and that might make your sales pitch better." They say when you're selling someone something, show don't tell is like one common phrase. Another is tell them convey the benefit tell them what they get, not how they're getting it. So like your car will get you a girlfriend, not this car has a V8 engine and I don't know, a loud tailpipe or something.
Yeah, so Vortex, he ended it and he said, SegWit got activated, Taproot got activated, covenants will come to Bitcoin one way or another as well. Pay more attention and you understand why. There's no theory here. There's literally papers, demos, and ongoing discussion for years. TTV's code literally hasn't changed in years. You need to catch up. Very heavy-handed for the holiday season.
Well, I think they're like talking
Maybe
past
they know each other. Maybe they, yeah.
I don't think so. I think they're talking past each other. John is saying that the user benefit, he feels like the user benefit is theoretical.
Yeah.
And I think you could be pretty confident that the user benefit isn't theoretical, that these opcodes will turn out user benefit, but like the degree to which it turns out user benefit is on some level theoretical. Whether it actually produces more usable self-custodial or non-custodial Bitcoin is somewhat up for debate. And it'd be nice if John is just saying, make it clearer to me that that's the case. And I think that's like fair.
Yeah.
I also think not wanting to explain it to John is okay.
I think they're going on the offensive.
Who?
I mean, the developers, Vortex and the rest of the crew. I don't know. I stay out of this kind of stuff. This is not my, as Vake likes to say in the comments, stay in your lane, Car.
Every clip now he does.
He says, stay in your lane, Car. This is not my lane. I know my lane. I don't know. I see a lot of this stuff, dude. I'm just waiting and seeing, man. That's why I don't partake. I love watching from the sidelines, though. I'm like, you ever see the meme with the monkeys and they have the dollars and they're like betting? That's me. I'm just like watching everything on the sidelines, just like, man, this is getting better. This is going somewhere, Keyan. I don't know where it's going, but yeah, we'll see. But it's been progressing slowly, and I feel like we're watching it. I feel like we're watching like a slow motion. Hopefully, it's not like a train wreck or anything like that, but we're covering it week to week. Stackers are interested in it. They keep zapping it. This one had 15,000 sats.
Heck yeah.
So if they keep sapping it, we'll keep covering it. But it seems to be getting a lot of attention, at least in the developer community. Cool. The number 4 top story